All right, so today we are diving deep into, well, you could call it a fiery letter, I guess.
Yeah.
Criticizing Mahmoud Abbas,
Mm-hmm.
president of the Palestinian National Authority.
Right.
And this is written by Professor Dr. Abd al-Fattah al-Awisi.
Okay.
And he is a pretty big name when it comes to international relations.
He is.
Decades of experience in academia.
Mm-hmm.
But this letter,
Yes.
this isn't like some, boring academic paper or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a full-on attack of Abbas and how he's been leading things.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah.
what's so interesting about this is like
Well,
the timing of it all, right?
Yes, absolutely.
This was published
Mm-hmm.
455 days
Wow.
into what Al-Awisi is calling
Right.
a Nazi-like assault on Gaza.
That's right.
And at the same time,
Yeah.
there was that month-long siege of the Jenin refugee camp,
Mm-hmm.
and that was by Palestinian Authority forces.
Uh-huh.
So Nazi-like assault.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty intense language, right?
It is.
What's he talking about? And
Yeah.
why is he being so extreme with his words?
Well, you have to understand the background here.
Okay.
The Palestinian Authority,
Mm-hmm.
they're the ones that govern
Right.
parts of the West Bank.
Okay.
But their relationship with Israel
Yeah.
and Hamas, which controls Gaza,
Right.
it's complicated.
I didn't imagine.
It's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
So Al-Awisi, in his letter,
Yeah.
he's really condemning this whole security cooperation that the Palestinian Authority has with Israel,
Okay.
especially actions that seem to support
Mm-hmm.
what the Israeli military is doing in Gaza.
So he's seeing this as like
Yeah.
a betrayal
Exactly.
of the Palestinian people.
You got it.
And he's using these really extreme comparisons
Right.
to the Nazis
Yes.
to get that point across.
Absolutely, to kind of hammer that point home.
Yeah.
That this is a very serious issue.
So we already have this really tense situation.
Right.
And then Al-Awisi,
He really goes in on Abbas, doesn't he?
he really does.
Yeah.
Like he calls him a conspirator,
Mm-hmm.
a partner in the aggression on Gaza,
Uh-huh.
even a mere mop wiping up the mess
Yeah.
that Israel's making.
Right.
That's brutal.
It's strong language.
Yeah. What do you think about all that?
Well, he's definitely not holding back, is he?
Yeah.
But I think it shows, like,
Yeah.
how deeply frustrated people are
Oh,
with
well.
Abbas and how he's been doing things.
Mhm.
Like Al-Awisi is saying,
Yeah.
Abbas is not really out there fighting for Palestinian rights. He's like a puppet
Oh, wow.
for Israel just going along with whatever they want.
And not really doing anything?
Like, not protecting his own people.
Wow. So he's even saying
Right.
that Abbas doesn't even have, like,
He's questioning his...
a conscience or honor.
Exactly.
Humanity.
The basic humanity, yeah.
And it gets even crazier
It does.
when he compares Abbas
Yeah.
to Benjamin Netanyahu.
To Netanyahu.
Saying they're two sides of the same coin. What's the point of that comparison?
I think he wants to shock people.
Okay.
Make them think.
Yeah.
Is there really any difference between these two leaders?
From the Palestinian point of view?
Yeah, from the Palestinian perspective. It's
Yeah.
like he's saying Abbas's actions,
Mm-hmm.
they help Israel more than Palestine.
Wow.
It's a pretty harsh judgment.
And then he just goes for it.
And then he goes even further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Predicting that Abbas is going to be tossed into the dustbin of history
Wow.
and end up like Bashar al-Assad.
Okay.
Is he saying that what's happening in Palestine
Yeah.
is the same as a Syrian civil war?
I don't think it's a direct one-to-one comparison.
Okay.
So the situations are very different.
Right.
But he's pointing out
Yeah.
what can happen
Yeah.
when a leader becomes too authoritarian
Right.
and starts silencing people who disagree with him.
Okay.
He's basically saying,
Hmm.
if a leader doesn't actually help their own people and starts being oppressive,
Mhm.
they're going to fall.
So that's like a
Big
warning.
Yeah. And who knows if
Yeah.
it'll actually happen.
Only time will tell.
So we have this letter.
Yeah.
Super intense.
It's
Strong language.
very strong.
Big predictions.
Definitely.
What do you think, our listener,
Yeah, what's just takeaway?
takeaway here from all of this?
Deep dive.
I think the main thing
Yeah.
is that a lot of Palestinians
Okay.
are feeling really let down and frustrated with their leaders.
Abbas.
Yeah.
You might not agree
Right.
with everything Al-Awisi is saying.
Right? You might not like the way he says it, but you can't
There's
ignore
definitely some.
that there are these deep divisions.
Yeah.
And people are unhappy
Yeah.
with how things are going.
With the leadership.
Yeah.
So if people see Abbas as the problem,
Right.
not the solution,
Exactly.
That's it.
Then what happens next?
what does happen next?
What does the future hold
For the
for the Palestinian Authority,
and for
Palestinian people?
the Palestinian people.
It's a big question
Yeah.
and a lot to think about.
A lot to think about.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Thank you.
for taking us on this deep dive today
It's been a pleasure.
into this pretty fascinating letter.
Really fascinating.
And for all of you listening out there,
Yeah.
keep thinking about these questions.
Keep exploring.
Explore this topic
It's important.
and form your own conclusions.
Exactly.
We'll see you next time.
See you then.